So a little bit of the schedule for today. We will try to be quick, and but at least to give you, first of all, the key selling points of EADA Business School from the Master and MBA, which I will be presenting right now, and from the BBA point of view that Sabrina will jump in at the moment of this presentation. At the end of the day, it's very important, and we want to dedicate it a big 15-20 minutes, because if you're representing us, you need to know as well the key selling point, and that will be helping you selling. At the end of the day, our objective here is that your success is our success, and we want to make sure that the student that you will be in touch with and that you recruit already know what to expect, and so can be very successful in the admissions process. We will go very quickly through admissions and financing, and we will finish with the Q&A and the presentation of how do we collaborate with agents around the world. A brief presentation about EADA Business School. So as you know, we are in Barcelona, and our sentence, our logo is where business people grow. Where Barcelona, business people and growth are always put together for us. Because as you will see, our program, even though we are a business school, our program are very much focused into leadership development, into growth, personal and professional growth for all the students coming to us. So business and people are always put together. How? Through those leadership training, through small classes, through a very personalized follow-up. So any student that you will send to us are very well taken care of in the school that is at the end is a small school, it's a small size school, so it's a very family boutique type of atmosphere that we have here. You cannot imagine like a big university campus, for example. If someone is looking for something more personalized, this would be the place. We have 3 strategic pillars. That is something very transversal throughout all of our programs. So that's why I always like to start with that, is leadership, innovation, and sustainability. All of our program will have that. Leadership, as I've just mentioned, it's a very core of the program. We have a center fully dedicated to it. All of the students go through coaching activity to develop themselves. Innovation and sustainability. Innovation as well is a very transversal part of our program. Every program has an innovation challenge, for example, and sustainability. We have an MBA specialized in sustainability, the BBA as well as a specialization in sustainability. We have a master specialized in that. So it's at the core at the end of our school philosophy, which is building leaders of tomorrow that understand their own impact, right? In terms of sustainability, in terms of innovation, and in terms of team management. Very important when you sell the program. At the end, there's a few schools, as you're probably very familiar with accreditation and rankings. There are a few schools around the world that have this type of recognition. There's 5% of the schools that have this type of recognition. If you have a candidate that is interested in having a degree, a solid degree that has recognition around the world wherever they go, and especially in terms of recruitment, you have to go through this type of accreditation. So we do have double accreditation, which are EQUIS and AMBA. The others are for the people interested in the finance program. They will probably recognize a CFA and ACCA. And the ranking, depending on the country where you're from, a lot of students are asking for it. So I'm happy to confirm, right, that EADA is ranked among the best business school, and our program are ranked among the best program in the world. We just had yesterday, actually, the newest ranking of the Master in Finance. We're always among the best, around the top 30 in the world. And we're first in Spain in both Master in Management and Finance, first in Spain in international students. So that's very important for you, because at the end you're working internationally and you want to recruit international students. So you know that here we have this very multicultural environment. We're interested in recruiting internationally, and we reached already this first in Spain in international students. And as well, the employability is very high. which I'm sure is something that is very interesting, and one of the first questions that you come through. We will briefly talk about that after the presentation, but it's a very high employability, as you see. Yesterday we had this newest ranking of 90% of employability 3 months after graduation. For student satisfaction, at the end, it's good for you and for us, because a student that is satisfied recommends in its home country, so that means that you will have more business coming next year. Same for economists. There's a lot of different ranking, Bloomberg, and also a ranking recognizing our footprint, a positive footprint and sustainability in the World Economic Forum in Davos. This is our campus. Very important. We are the only business school that is ranked and accredited, that is located in the city center. It's very well located in Barcelona. So for anyone interested in living the life of Barcelona, they will be in the center of everything happening. So that means as well that for housing, for example, for all of those living questions that you come through as an agent, it's very easy for them. It's very easy to find apartment. We're located next to the big University of Barcelona. It's at the end of the day, we can be frank, right? Barcelona is very attractive for any student wanting to come to study, and the fact of living in the city center is a key selling point. And this is where we are, and the campus that is fully renovated. So, transversal key selling point, we mentioned that already, global international experience, a very hands-on learning experience. We will go a little bit more into details, but the classes are small. We expect our student not to be like in the university kind of taking notes, not at all. It's a year of practicing, experiencing, participating, and acting already as a business manager. We have accreditation, employability, city center. It's all of our programs are in English, and all of our programs are official, which is a very important question that you will go through. So the program portfolio, I will start with Master and MBA, and then I will leave the space to Sabrina for the BBA. So we have Global Executive MBA and International MBA. Everything that I will explain today goes for the international full-time 1-year master and MBA. That means that the students need to relocate it here and study for 1 year. The Global Executive MBA is totally different. It's for executive. We don't have the time ready to present it today, but just for you to know that it exists. But that's for students that are about 35, 40 years old, living in their home country and interested to travel while they keep working and living in their home country. If you have anyone interested, you can write me. If not, we will concentrate today in the full-time program, which are the International MBA and the list of master below: management, finance, fintech, sustainability, marketing, tourism, and pharma and biotech. So here are a little bit of the vibe in the campus. As I was saying, a challenge-based methodology. Every program has a company connection week as well in Europe. Here are the challenges that they come through. You have an innovation challenge, a sustainability week in all the programs. A little bit of images. So that means that the typical day-to-day is being in class, sitting down in a real case from a real company and saying what decision you'll be taking. So we want candidates that are able to participate, that want to participate, and that want to already experience and experiment in the classroom what it would be like to work in the real world, right? And this is the Leadership Center, where they will develop their soft skills. So in the city center, in Barcelona city center, it's hard skills, it's taking decisions, strategic thinking skills. In all the masters and in the leadership training centers, that would be about self-development. How will I lead the team in the future? What is my own leadership style? How do I make presentations? So they are very well prepared for the business world. And here are a few a few images. I'm sure you're collaborating with a lot of business school. So this is quite unique, I have to say, for a business school to have a center fully dedicated to leadership training. So in terms of hours of dedication and facilities dedicated to coaching, it's quite unique in Europe. And I'm sure you know about that because you're collaborating with many business schools. This I won't go into details. I think if you have any candidate interested in all of those masters, and we can organize a session with you and with the candidate and to go within all the specialization, but just briefly, they can specialize. Every master is linked to the employability, has been designed with recruiters from the sectors. So it's always very innovative and very advanced in terms of business trends. Network, we already said. The type of profile, very important. In the international masters, they have to be recently graduated. It's not for professionals. So that means that the student that you would present to us should be right after university, up to 3 years of work experience. The average age is 23, so that would be from 21 to 25 years old, more or less. And last point, before we go for the BBA, will be the exchange program. At the end, it's a very international experience, not only in the classroom in Barcelona, but as well through the exchange program. We are partnered with a lot of different universities around the world where they can have a trimesters abroad. So it's usually a very good selling point as well for you guys. So, Sabrina, I think it's up to you right now. It's your turn for the BBA, for the Global Bachelor.
Yes, thank you, Letty. Thank you very much. So since you're sharing the screen, Letty, I will ask you to change the slides once I'm done, okay?
Okay, let me reshare then.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you very much. So, good morning, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm Sabrina, the Associate Director of the Global BBA area. This is the first year for EADA jumping in this new sector of bachelor studies. We're really glad to do this step by the hand of Schema Business School, that it's a partner university that we have in France. Together with Schema, we redesigned the concept of the bachelor. We know there are many bachelors in business administrations around the area, around Barcelona, of course, and in Europe. However, we think that this is a real global BBA. It's a real global experience that we will offer to our students. Next one. So, Schema just mentioned a couple of things that Leticia already explained in the slides before. EADA has different kinds of accreditations and is also ranked in Financial Times and The Economist, and same for Schema Business School. Okay, Schema, since they already have a bachelor degree, they also have another kinds of accreditation, that is the Aacsb Accreditation and the Grande École Accreditation. So those two accreditation will guarantee the excellence of the academic experience and the mixed and international environment in class and also in the faculty members. Okay. So the bachelor, it's based on 4 years track. And since it's a global bachelor, we offer the possibility to students to travel abroad between 1 or 2 years. How we do that? First of all, we need to explain that they have to, of course, they will have to focus on their study in general business administration, but on the 4th year, they will specialize in one of the specializations that I will mention in a second. So the mobility track will be based on the specialization choice. The first 2 years will be in Barcelona, in EADA Business School. The third year will be abroad in one of the schema campuses. So those are our own campuses. It's not an Erasmus or exchange experience. It's just our own campuses in one of those continents that you see there. So United States, Brazil, France in 2 campuses, one in South Africa and another one in China. And the fourth year will depend on the specialization they will choose. Can be either in Barcelona if they choose our specialization, or France and United States. Between along all those 4 years, students are required to have internship experience in order to finish their bachelor degree with between 6 months and 1 year internship already done before they graduated. So they can choose where they can do their internships, can be in Barcelona or can be abroad, but they have to make sure that before they got the diploma, they will achieve between 6 months or 1 year of internship. The bachelor is 100% in English, so they will be required to have an English level, more or less an advanced level. Okay? So talking about the specializations, we have 7 different specializations. The one that offer 1 year mobility track is the sustainable innovation. So is the one we offer in Barcelona. It means the first 2 years will be in Barcelona, the third year will be abroad, and the fourth year will be back in Barcelona. And the rest of specializations will be running in France or United States. So the only tricky specialization in the States is the international business that required a specific track. Okay, so 2 years in Barcelona, 1 year in France, and the last year in United States. So the program structure, really briefly. Oh no, I'm repeating. Sorry. So the global experience is, as mentioned, it's real global because it's international, because we have more than 20 nationalities in class nowadays, and also because they can travel abroad and touching, as you can see, many points in the map. It means they will have a global experience in the countries where they are located on the third year. So they will discover other cultures. Okay. Very briefly, the admission process is more or less based on the same methodology as Letty explained first, but we do, since the French Ministry of Education is the one that will give the diploma to the students, we need to respect some criteria. Those one are the dossier, that means that students needs to present several documents that are indicated just below. The extracurricular activities are also evaluated, so we need to check if they have work experience, if they have international experience, or what are their sport or hobbies. Okay, as I mentioned before, we need to check their English level, so they need to present a TOEFL or IELTS certificate, minimum a B2, so advanced level. And last but not least is the admission interview with the program director, academic program director, who will check their level of motivation, their interactions with the business world, and what are their goals for the future. Okay, so those admission process for this year, starting in September, will close in July 2022, and for the next academic year will open from October 2022. So I think I'm done with the explanation of the bachelor. Companies recruiting our talent, it's a mix between the bachelor's and master's and MBA studies. As you can see, we worked with many knows companies in the different part of the world and different sectors as well. So we want to remark the global experience of our students in EADA. We want to remark the flexibility of the profiles that we have when they graduated, since master's or bachelor's degrees as well.
Thank you, Sabrina. And I think this answer one of the questions I have received in private. At the end, I started the presentation with the rankings, right? And the 98% of employability 3 months after graduation. And this is not data from the business school. This is data from the Financial Times. So how do we reach that? Is through EADA Career Services. They can do internship during the program. At least I'm talking about master. But it's not a mandatory part of it, because at the end the program is very compact during 10 months. But what is important for us is our employability, and we work with very powerful company. You can see here it's a sample, and obviously in the program brochure of each program you will have a full employment report, and you will have more detailed company recruiting according if it's a master in marketing, a master in finance, etc., etc. So these are the type of activities that they do with career services. They have access to databases, they have on-campus recruitment, one-to-one training, and so on. And to finish, for Master, BBA, MBA, at the end, it's they enter part of a community, and they enter part of a networking, which is as well a networking that is recruiting. So we do events. For example, last week they were having a drink to finish the academic year. They were having a drink all together. They have clubs as well that they can join. So my application process, very similar to what Sabrina explained. If they are interested in the Master and MBA, they have to fill out their online application, take a test, do an interview, and then they have the admissions answer. Right now for October, we're still recruiting, and we will be doing rolling admissions from the end of June, because at the end it's the end of the recruitment process, so everything will be quicker. But still, that's the 5% early bird. Questions they will ask before we go into the agent collaboration, but the scholarship is usually a very frequently asked question for you guys. We do offer company-sponsored scholarships with companies like SAP, for example, for female talent. And then we have EADA's Foundation Scholarship. The earlier they apply, the better, that are ranging between 10 and 35%. Okay, so the last slide, and then we open the room for Q&A. But before this slide as well, I will answer another question, which is about visa that I had. The visa process, we do support them. Yes, we do. We are very used to that. It's 55 nationalities, as I say, we're used to sending the visa support document. So, agents, so how do we proceed? You contact us when you have a lead, so we can put it in your account. We do not need to sign a collaboration contract until you have a first candidate. If not, we'll be signing multiple collaboration contracts, and it's not manageable for us. So basically, we will only sign with the most successful. So if you have already a candidate in process, then we're happy to sign this collaboration contract, and you let us know. And we're happy to help you throughout the way. At the end, your success is our success. And this is a very interesting collaboration for us. We're here to help you with all the questions you have. The commission scheme and the program fee. To give you an idea, the program fee ranges from 14,500 euro for the global BBA. The master depends from 19,000 for the tourism to 29,000 euro for the master in fintech. I gave you an example of an average price, which is a master in management. So master in management is 26,000 euro. And then the full-time MBA is 39,000 euros. So meaning our commission scheme is 5% from for the first 3 enrolled participants, at least on the first year. And then, so we get to know you, get to see the quality of the participants that you have. And then from the 4th participant onward, you already get 10%. For example, 10% of an MBA is 3,900 euro, or for the master in management is the example that I put here, which is kind of an average price from all of the program portfolio, will be 1,300 euro on the first candidate, and 2,600 euro for the, for example, from the 4th participant onward. So that will be the type of collaboration. If your candidate has a scholarship, everything is calculated on the net price, obviously. and the commission is paid when the candidate is on campus, right? Just to avoid cancellation and to avoid then multiple transfers. I see I have a lot of questions, so I will already open the room for answers and question and answers. So if we so TOEFL, yes. If they have TOEFL or via online exam, what's the difference? I will speak for me, and then Sabrina, you can tell me if it's the same for you. In our case, we have for two type of exam, one English and one quantitative, which will be the GMAT. Both of them, they can do our own online admission test, which is free online, and that makes it faster, right, to do the application process. If they have the TOEFL, then they just take our quantitative. So yes, TOEFL is accepted. Is it the same for you, Sabrina?
Yes, so we accepted TOEFL certificates, but also the IELTS or Cambridge. So it depends of the organization where the candidate will do their exams. Can be either in face-to-face, can be online, but they will evaluate the writing part and the speaking part. So there is for the BBA there is no minimum level officially required, but we don't accept or we don't suggest to the students to enroll if they have less than B2 or advanced, because they will not feel comfortable in class.
And I see there's another question related to tests. If we accept, for example, Duolingo or other tests, no, only IELTS, TOEFL, Cambridge, or our own online admission test. And that answer another question that I see here is there any application fee? There is no application fee for the masters. For BBA, I think there is. Sabrina?
It was frozen the video. I'm sorry, I missed your last sentence.
About the application fee.
Yes, so for the BBA, yes, there is application fees. It's 100 euros, needs to be paid once they send the application form online.
Mm-hmm. For Master and MBA, not at the moment. Okay, so if we are interested in recruiting students from Central Asian countries, this is a very good question about the countries, right? Central Asian countries, we are very much interested in collaborating with you, Maren. So for sure, if you have anyone interested, we will leave, actually I will change slide and we will leave our contact detail right after. And I see it as well in the chat. We do have a few restrictions in countries, at least in master. In BBA, it's different because we have already a lot of presence. For example, in India, it's restricted for master, but not for BBA, I believe. But Central Asian, yes, we're happy to welcome. About tuition fee, I see another question here. It's right here. It's right in this slide. So you have here, and I didn't list it all the tuition fee of all the master, but you have the range. If not, they are in our webpage. And if we have representatives Sri Lanka, India, and Dubai, for Dubai, no, but Sri Lanka and India and Southeast Asia for master and BBA. For master, sorry, yes. For BBA, I think you can talk with Sabrina.
Yes, we do also have representative for BBA in that area, excluding Dubai area.
So for Dubai, we're happy to receive. I would say, just to be clear right now, in terms of countries, we're welcoming all type of collaboration, excepting for, at the moment, we already have a country manager. It's a representative from EADA, working for Sri Lanka, Dubai, South and Southeast Asia. So that would be the only areas that we're excluding. But all of the other areas in the world, you're welcome. We have a few countries in Latin, but I don't think there's anyone from Latin America here today. I think I answered the question before of do we provide internship when I was thinking about career services. This is part of the opportunities, right, that career services are offering. This is not a mandatory part, but this is part of the recruitment the very powerful and successful recruitment that we offer thanks to our links with alumni and with company recruitings.
Sorry, Letty. It's not mandatory for masters or MBA, but yes, it's mandatory for the global BBA. So it's a part of the core program. They have to do internships.
Excellent, excellent. Do we participate in educational, in international education fair? Yes, but we participate with a few providers. We do not travel extensively to all locally organized fair. We wish we would, but then we would be always in the road. But what we can do, if you do organize a fair in your own country, we can train you to represent the EADA in this fair. We can send you a few brochures so you can still have us and still represent us and obviously try to have this successful collaboration together. So anything you might need, brochure, anything, we are happy to send. So a very interesting question about the refund policy. So I will speak from my terms and then Sabrina, you can. Go ahead. So the refund, it's very clear. We are very extremely transparent. We work on the trust with our agent. We work on the trust with our candidates. And at the moment that they enroll, they have everything explained. So usually what we do, our masters start in October. And then very important, we have 3 masters starting in January. So you can take note because maybe in October, it would be last minute for you, and I really hope that we can get candidates from you guys for October and September for the BBA and October for the master and MBAs. And in January, if not, we have 3 programs, which are management, finance, and sustainable business. So regarding refund policy, for masters starting in October, we have a very flexible policy with €1,000 retention if they cancel by the end of May, which has already passed. After that, it's 25%. Why? Because it's very hard to cover a place. We have quota of places per class because the classes are small and of nationality per class. So there's nationalities, for example, that are too much represented, right? So then we enter the new student in the waiting list. So if they cancel, then we cannot cover those places. However, if they want to pass for the next intake, we just keep they don't lose any money. We just keep whatever they have paid towards the next intake. And the enrollment fee to book your place is €3,000 in master and €5,000 in MBA. I'm not sure, Sabrina, if you want to add anything on your refund policy.
Yes, it's more or less the same of yours. So we have just one intake in September. So the students needs to pay the tuition fees in 4 installments. The first one is the 10%, so it's €1,450 to reserve their slot. And this can be refunded 100% before the 1st of May of the course, okay, of the application. Before the 31st of May, so we will after the 31st of May, we will keep the enrollment fees. Plus, they need to add another 15% as cancellation policies. And if they decided to cancel their enrollment after the 31st of July, then they will lose all the enrollment fees. That will be, in that case, the 20%, not the 10%.
Okay, so we have an office in Dubai. I'm going to send a request on that office, or from India office, then from Dubai office, yes, please. From India, as mentioned before, we're very well covered, but from Dubai, we're very much happy to collaborate. Ainura, you mentioned that you don't sign a contract until agent recruits student. How do we get material from you? Can stay in touch with you? Do we conduct individual training to promote your program? Can you enclose your contact? So thank you so much, Ainura, for that. I will just explain why we don't sign a contract, because at the end, there's many agents and we're very happy to collaborate, but at the end we need to sign the contract only whenever there's a lead, right? There's a deal to be closed for your time and for our time. But that doesn't mean that before we don't want to train you. Actually, this session is a training for us. So I think there's no need of further training, because we really wanted this session to explain you about the Master and MBA. Then I have just left our email, so I invite you to take note of it. And if you don't remember, then it's admissions@eada.edu, and then you let us know what you want, that you're an agent for that country and you're interested, you have a candidate for Master and MBA, and we will answer, Sabrina and me. But we're very happy to stay in touch. If you have any question, I understand this is a presentation, a brief presentation, and you can have very specific question from your student, you let us know. Also, we have admissions managers that can organize a one-to-one course with the students, right? So to answer all the questions they would have. So we're here to sell with you, okay? And then if you have already a student and you want to have more training, we're happy to provide it. Obviously, an individual training when signing the contract, of course. But before signing, we're here anyway for any help. What is your visa ratio in South Asia? So the visa is actually, we never had any problem, right? It's straightforward. It's true that right now they need to start applying for the visa. The Spanish embassy wants them to start applying 90 days before, so it's not too late, not too early. It's right now, 90 days before the start of the program. So we don't have any problem with the visa. Once they are enrolled, we give them the paperwork that proves that they're studying here. They have to do themselves to contract a health insurance, and they have to, sometimes depending on the country, to show that they don't have any judicial problem. But that's it. Very important thing that we haven't mentioned, but we help them all the way through relocating to Barcelona. Right now, with all of the students that are already joining us, we're organizing actually this week an info session, so they understand. We have contact of agencies that are helping them even through a WhatsApp group to help them about how to find a flat, how to, for example, I need a health insurance for my visa. Can you help me, etc., etc. They are in very good hands. Ms. Trivedi, I think what we can do, you have our email. Please, can you send us an email with more details, and we'll be happy to answer.
I was just writing the answer to Ms. Trivedi. So yes, please, you can contact us using our contact details, and we can organize a meeting if necessary and discuss about the contract.
We can do a one-to-one meeting, the three of us, if you have already students. Okay, well, that was a very dynamic session. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Look, thank you very much. It was very informative. I already shared your contacts into the chat a couple of times. Thank you also for taking care of answering the questions. It was also very informative. And I will just remind to the agencies that you have the emails of our dear Spanish speakers in the chat. So in terms, if you will need any kind of contact of the representatives, it's better always to send them the email, so you would have in their answer the information about the certain representative that you will have under your hand for any kind of your needs. And thank you again for joining us, and thank you again for delivering a very nice and a very professional presentation.
Thank you so much, Annick, for the invitation. And thank you all of you for a very interactive session. I have to say it's very, very rewarding for us when we have so many questions, and we're very much looking forward to collaborating with you and to having probably maybe starting in September, October, already the first students coming from you guys. Thank you so much, and well, greetings from Barcelona.
Thank you
very
Take
much,
care.
everyone. Take care.